Okay. Shing. PlayStation 1. Everybody loves the PlayStation 1 startup thing. I love it too. Oh, yeah. Konami. Oh, boy. So basically, they specifically, I was watching a bit of a documentary retrospect thingy that somebody made. And apparently, Konami specifically made the Japanese studio with Kojima in mind, but kept all creative control basically. And
the nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next generation special
essentially,
forces.
The studio was made so he could make
Metal
Gear Solid 1.
They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
Yeah.
High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver
we're gonna do a
specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader.
Hell yeah.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after
we're gonna
you
look
reach
at
your
the Metal Gear storyline also.
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
He's liquid while you're solid. Apparently, from what I've been hearing, is there's like multiple sources to it. It's not really just like Konami sources, but I don't want to say sources. From people just talking about, about different development stuff from over the years, because it has been so long. But like David Hayter was not the easiest person to work with. It's like,
known you were behind this, Colonel.
Okay, so
that's no way to greet an old war.
He did a damn good job as Snake and everything. Everybody loves him.
I just invited you here so we could have a
I guess
talk.
he wasn't the easiest to work with, though.
That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
Yeah.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Yeah, so he's
Dr.
been
Naomi Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's
at
medical
the Metal
staff
Gear.
and an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Snake, listen up. It all went down 5 hours ago. Heavily armed soldiers occupied Shadow Moses Island, a remote island off the coast of Alaska.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces, led by members of Unit Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a
big-ass shot.
single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, and the president of Arms Tech, Kenneth Baker. They're both being held as hostages.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate
Kojima
whether
always
or not
gets
the
topical
terrorists have
with
the
his
ability
games.
to launch a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do. Any questions, Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you
Kind
hear
of makes you
more
wonder
about
what
the situation.
Death Stranding 2 is going to be all about.
Colonel, I don't work for the government anymore. Let me go back to Twin Lakes.
Why, Snake? Is your life in Alaska all that great?
Eject the tape.
There's a dog sled race this week.
Okay,
Next
so,
Saturday, I have to be in Anchorage.
The Iditarod? The longest sled race in the world? When did you become a dog musher?
Right now, my 50 huskies are my only family. I've got to take care of them.
I
Don't
thought-
worry
oh,
about
okay.
your dogs.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Snake, but this vessel is headed for the Bering Sea. There's no room for debate.
I told you, even if I do owe you, I don't owe anything to this army or this country.
You will accept this assignment.
Why should I be stupid enough to do that? I'm no patriot.
Snake, there's enough dirt in your file from your days as an agent to keep you in the stockade until you're a very old man.
Oh, I see. Blackmail.
No, Snake. I prefer to look at it as helping you come to a decision more easily. But anyway, I know you better than that. You take this assignment even without
It's
the
like,
threat.
it's like the
Why do you
John
say
Wick
that?
stuff.
You're
My
a
dogs.
natural-born soldier. You're not the grow old gracefully type. It's the same for all of us who've seen real action. The only place we can feel truly alive is on the battlefield. I'm a soldier too. I know those feelings of powerlessness,
From day one, they've
frustration
been
that you
playing his
feel every
ass,
day.
huh?
You've tried to play the Boy Scout out there in Alaska, but you can't race dogs in the snow forever. Why don't you come back to us and be a soldier again?
You think my life is some kind of a joke?
Snake, I just want to give you back your purpose in life.
Damn. Just when I try and get out, they rope me back in. What's crazy is you can literally just skip past all this and just jump in there and be like, dun 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 dun. Special isn't one. Yes, previous operations. This is what I was. Oops, this is what I was looking for. So Metal Gear 1. Okay, so normally I would run through because we're gonna do a bit of a legacy of Metal Gear games, since but basically, I really wanted to get through Metal Gear Solid 1 just because I've heard some stuff that you should be, if you're a Metal Gear Solid 1 fan, keep your eyes on the lookout. That's what we'll say. So the year 1995, deep in South Africa, 200 kilometers north of Garsberg. So this is the original Metal Gear that was on the computer, not the PS1 version that they put out, or the NES version, I mean, that they put out, but the actual like computer one, I do believe. This is like Kojima's original storyline for Metal Gear to set up the whole universe and everything. North of Our Heaven, an armed fortress nation established by the legendary Mercs. He was feared in combat by both his friends and foes as a hero and a lunatic. The Western nations have found out that a weapon of mass destruction capable of rewriting war history is under development at Our Heaven. They have called upon the high-tech Special Forces unit Foxhound to take care of the situation. In response to this order, Big Boss, Commander-in-Chief of Foxhound, sent Gray Fox, the man with the code name Fox, which is given to the best member of the unit, Operation Intrude, and so North 313. Yeah, that's like... after a few days, his message being Metal Gear, Gray Fox was missing in action, taking the situation seriously. Atop Meadow, the West again called for Foxhound. Big Boss selected Solid Snake, who had just recently joined Foxhound as agent and entrusted everything to him. Yeah, because he's like the next coming of Gray Fox. Suddenly making a solo infiltration to Our Heaven, Snake got in touch with a local resistance member, Snyder, Diana, Jennifer, with their cooperation. Snake succeeded in rescuing Gray Fox. Fox then laid out the terrifying fact that about Metal Gear. Metal Gear was the development name of a nuclear warhead-equipped two-legged walking tank. It can walk through even the roughest terrains that would stop normal tanks. It can conduct local warfare by itself with unique weapons like its Vulcan cannon, anti-tank missiles. It's pretty much like an armored core unit. It was indeed a new type of weapon that can conduct a nuclear attack against any place on the face of the Earth from any land surface. With Metal Gear, Our Heaven was trying to establish its military superiority over the entire world. In order to destroy Metal Gear, Snake rescued Metal Gear's chief engineer, Dr. Petrovic, and his daughter, Ellen, who was taken hostage to force her father to continue with its development. Okay, Snake hears from Dr. Petrovic how to destroy Metal Gear. However, as Snake approached the heart of Our Heaven and Metal Gear, well-designed traps are set all around Snake, as if his action are being leaked to the enemy. In the midst of the escalating battle, the leader of the resistance, Snyder, fell into the hands of the enemy, and Snake himself was injured through the deadly battles with Our Heaven's best mercs, but Snake's indomitable spirit led him to the 100th floor basement of the secret base where Metal Gear was developed. Having the powerful defense system that wipes out all intruders, Snake ultimately succeeded in destroying Metal Gear. So this is all the events of the very first game. I have had it on the channel before, but it was actually, so the NES version was like a port that Kojima didn't even know about was in the makings. So it has a bit of a different story than this. Maybe one day I'll load up if I can get my hands on it. Anyway, I think it was like the 3DO or something you had to play it on. Let's see here. Snake tried to escape from Our Heaven upon completing the mission. However, during the escape, he was confirmed by one man, Fox, Hound Command Member in Chief Big Boss. He was confronted by Big Boss. Big Boss laughed at the astounded Snake and told him that's where the leaks are happening. The truth about his mission. While serving as the commander-in-chief of Foxhound, Big Boss also ran a mercenary dispatch company utilizing his connections and capital from his years as a merc. He was planning to build the company a larger military establishment. He built Our Heaven as its base. His purpose for sending the rookie Snake to Our Heaven was to cause information confusion against the West. However, Big Boss miscalculated. He never thought that Snake would make it this far. Having lost Metal Gear, Big Boss activated the self-destruct system of the underground base and kablooey. While the countdown to destruction continued, his scream echoed in, "You have gone too far! Too far!" On the 100th floor basement, the battle between two men commenced, free of ideology and politics. The armed fortress nation, our heaven, collapsed. The impenetrable fortress, made from the best military technology, occupied by the toughest mercs, burned in flames behind him. The flames reached skyward as our heaven fell, leaving Solid Snake all alone. So this is the reason why he's all like, I don't fucking trust anybody now, because his former like commander basically tried to use him. So now Metal Gear 2, which this one was originally made, I do believe, on the NES. So 99, the world was facing an energy crisis. It was obvious that the supply of petroleum would run out faster than expected. Jeez, we're still bitching about this stuff nowadays. However, the development of an alternate energy resource is far from completion. Kojima, man. He's really good at making stuff topical over the next 10 years, 20 years at this point. The price of petroleum has skyrocketed. The world economy is in confusion. 21st century was expected to be one of chaos. One man's invention changed the entire situation. A Czech genius and biologist, Keo Marv, invented Oilix, microorganism that refines petroleum to produce a high purified form of petroleum. The world was filled with hope upon the discovery of this messiah to solve the energy crisis, but at the same time, the world entered a time of tension regarding this new algae. Just when the whole world's attention was drawn to Oilix and Dr. Marv, he was abducted by someone and disappeared. Nations began investigations immediately, and a name soon appeared: Zanzibar land. Zanzibar was a democratic military regime that suddenly appeared in Central Asia in 97 when their uprising took place. The CIS army formed around Russia. Sent a suppressive unit immediately. Zanzibar resisted by gathering a band of mercs from nations around the world and fortifying most of its lands. As a result, CIS army was repeatedly defeated, and Zanzibar land declared its independence due to the active role mercs played. This war was called the Mercenary War, and Zanzibar land was referred to as an armed fortress nation, a military nation with a group of strong mercenaries surrounded by a tough fortress. It's good. It's getting me the reason why I wanted to read this all on stream and then jump into the game is because this stuff usually gets your brain going like, I want to know what happens next. According to the latest information, Zanzibar supposedly was armed with nuclear weapons. The whole scenario was crystal clear. By obtaining Oilix in addition to nuclear weapons, Zanzibar was trying to establish what's the best Pokemon Switch game? I have no idea. That's outside my stuff. I haven't really played a Pokemon game since like Pokemon Stadium on the N64. It's been a while. Matter of fact, one of these days I actually got to load up a Pokemon Stadium, like one or two, and have that on stream. Let's see here, Zanzibar. I don't really do too much with Nintendo stuff. That's like the only brand. It's mostly because it's not really my thing, but also Nintendo is kind of a shitty company. So yeah. Well, shit. If Frostbite was in the chat, he could let you know because he plays those. But let's see here. By obtaining Oilix in addition to nuclear weapons, Zanzibar was trying to establish its economic and military superiority over the entire world. Concerned about the situation, the U.S. ordered Roy Campbell, Commander-in-Chief of High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Yeah, so that's the guy we got to go in and rescue, isn't it? To rescue Dr. Marv. Campbell was a former member of Foxhound. He brought back Solid Snake. Right, the man who single-handedly brought down the armed fortress nation of our heaven 4 years prior, and asked Snake to bring down both Dr. Marv and Oilix, successfully infiltrating Zanzibar, and with the help of CIA agent Hori and others, Snake was able to go deep into the fortress and meet again with Dr. Petrovic, the chief engineer of Metal Gear. Okay, so they brought back a couple characters from the original. He was too abducted by Zanzibar and was forced to develop another Metal Gear. Damn. Snake, you're not doing very good at your job. He told the surprised Snake of an even more shocking fact. Big Boss, the man Snake had defeated at Outer Heaven, turned out to be the general commander of Zanzibar. Oh, you thought you killed me? You didn't. Yes, this definitely sounds like old school retro games. Let's see here. Snake rescued Dr. Petrovic and co-op with Natasha, Dr. Marv's guard and former Czech International Secret Police agent. Then head for the confinement facility deep in the fortress to save Dr. Marv. When Petrovic and Natasha crossed the narrow suspension bridge over the deep valley, a missile blew the bridge away. Natasha flew into the air because of the explosion. Oh, God. While unable to do anything to save Natasha, Snake started hearing a well-known voice. Hey, Snake, we are good buddies. I can let you go. Just leave this place at once. Gray Fox. Snake saw Gray Fox controlling Metal Gear. Dun, 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 dun. And then you need the cameras to zoom in on that. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see here. The best soldier in Foxhound, who, after the fall of Outer Heaven, disappeared as if he followed Big Boss. Losing Natasha in front of his eyes and letting Petrovic get taken away, Snake screamed, Fox! Oh, Fox! I will not give up! After a series of deadly battles with mercenaries, Snake finally made it to Dr. Marv's confinement facility. This is like 3/4 of the way through the game. However, he arrived too late. He saw Dr. Marv's corpse and Petrovic, who could do nothing but just stand there. Oh. Pour one out for the homies. Petrovic told Snake that Dr. Marv could not withstand the repeated tortures because of heart problems. Damn! Snake then received an emergency call from Hori. The information she supplied was very horny, shocking. Petrovic had been voluntarily visiting Zanzibar to develop Metal Gear. The abduction of Dr. Marv was conducted under the directions of Petrovic himself. After the truth came out, Petrovic attacked Snake, but Snake easily put an end to him. So basically, Snake was holding on to his head while he's going, I'm going to get you. And Snake's like, no. And then he just went, easily put an end to him, obtained the structural plan of Oilix. While trying to escape, Snake was confronted by Metal Gear again, controlled by Gray Fox. The tremendous battle took place in the underground base. So again, 2 games back to back. Kojima's just like, okay, this underground base is going to be the perfect. So you're working your way all the way down till you get to the bottom basement, and then it's just like dun 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 dun. All right, Snake finally succeeded in destroying Metal Gear again. However, Gray Fox did not submit and challenged Snake to the final battle. Shing! They're both bringing out swords and getting ready to. I don't know. However, Gray Fox. In the midst of a minefield, Snake and Fox fought without any weapons. Oh, okay, so they're like, a fist-to-fist duel involving no hatred or murder intent. They were tickling each other. During that weird moment of purity, the two were bound by forces translating words and emotion. Whoa! I was just making a joke about the tickling. God damn, we're doubling down on it. Okay, Snake won the tough but pure tickling battle against Gray Fox. However, there still was someone else Snake had to fight. Big Boss. AKA the other guy in the room. Just like 4 years ago at Outer Heaven, Big Boss was waiting for Snake. So at this point, I'm just wondering, is Big Boss a euphemism for something? Kappa. One who has experienced the tension of a battle can never leave the battlefield. I am the. Wait, who's saying this? Snake with the fury at the arrogance. Oh, Big Boss. One who has experienced the tensions of battle can never leave the battlefield. I am the one giving you something to live for, and that is war. I don't know what he sounds like, but okay. Snake was infuriated by the arrogant big boss man. There is also, if you get that reference, there is only one battle I have to. Oh, there is only one battle I have to fight to free myself from you, to shatter the nightmare, big boss. I will kill you. With the structural plan of Oilix, Snake and Horny Hori escaped from Zanzibar on a rescue helicopter. The helicopter started rocking, and they almost dropped out of it. Snake once again saved the world. Okay, Snake once again saved the world! All right, there we go. That's better. However, there was no smile on his face. Not yet, anyways. Oh, okay, never mind. Big Boss's Tickle Fest, last words kept ringing in Snake's head. Whoever wins our battle does not end. The loser is freed from the battlefield, but the winner must remain there, and the survivor must live in his life as a warrior until he dies. Snake then disappeared into the white lands of the Alaska, alone, and found doggos, apparently. Okay, alright. That just saved me a lot of time playing the games. So that is full on. Okay, so here's my big question: if we are getting some kind of remasters of Metal Gear, could all those stories, like, depending on how long this is, they could actually mix together the original Metal Gear storyline and Metal Gear Solid and make it into like one long game. They could actually, because that storyline is not too long. Like they could squish a lot of that into like let's say this is what, like 4 chapters at the most, something like that. They could probably squish that all into maybe like first 4 chapters of a Metal Gear Solid remake, and then the rest of, like, make it like a 12 to 14 chapter thing, and the rest of it be Metal Gear Solid. Like, you could actually, pack that all together. Okay, so this was the one that we just checked out. What? This guy thinks he's as good as boss. You just missed your moment to shine. Somebody was just in chat asking about Pokemon Switch games. I was like, I have no idea. Person in charge of the operation, Roy Campbell and Dr. Naomi. Okay, so Roy Campbell is the dude that was formerly in Foxhound that he was working with. Oh, so Roy Campbell, that's the old guy that's talking to him, right? That's detailed information: hostages, nuclear weapons, a terrorist armament, a terrorist demand, next gen special force unit Foxhound. Wow. So like, what would be one chapter of a modern day game? As good as that or Snake. They're all the same guy essentially. Well, Big Boss was Snake's, like, no Pokemon master. You know more about it than I do. I haven't played a fucking Pokemon game since Pokemon Stadium on the N64. All right. Let's do this. I am 100% going easy mode. We're just having a good time with this. David Hayter. Christopher Frakes. May Zandler.
I know it. I'm going to swap down a couple.
By the way, also, if we actually do get a Metal Gear Solid remake, I don't think it's going to be David Hayter. I think they're going to go with somebody new. Wait. So that's Gray Fox. Or is that Raiden, whatever. Yeah.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you
Playing
hear
a
me?
Snake or
Loud and
Raiden through
clear.
the
What's the
Solid
situation,
series.
Snake?
Fan pay
Looks like
your,
the elevator
your
in the
big
back
boss.
is the only way up.
Just as I
Hey,
expected.
hey. Careful with the
Have to take the
spoilers,
elevator to the
okay?
surface.
Careful with the freaking
But make
spoilers. Jeez. God damn. I know this game is like 20 years old. Jeez. Thank God I don't have to read all this. Okay, yeah. I am going to fast forward through a little bit of this because we did already stream this. We did already check out a lot of this stuff. So this is basically kind of a this is a revisit of sorts. Huge audio desync with your cam? Oh no. Wait for... Okay, let me... Oh no. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, wow. Whoa, yeah, it is. Okay, I'm trying to use the NVIDIA broadcaster shit because... Weird. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Okay, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. I can't hear God damn it. Game is too... Oh, geez. Snake is drowning. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, mic check, 1 2 1 2. No, that is seriously behind. Okay. Whoa. Ah, what the fuck? What the frick? Okay, maybe this might work, possibly. Okay, mic check, 1 2. Nope. Okay, so I can't use that. All right. No. Okay, USB. And we gotta switch this back over to... Okay, seriously, straight up, we're gonna have to... Just hold on. We're just gonna have to restart